House in Baltimore and WNST. They have great crab cakes here. By the way, hats off again to Chris for because he fries my crab cakes here because he said fried or broiled. I don't know who would eat a broiled crab cake. I mean, I've had good broiled crab cakes, but I've never. It can only be great if it's fried. But that's Dundalk guy, right? So we got a guy out here tonight who dropped off. Dennis, this guy dropped off a picture. And I said, this guy dropped off a picture. Can you bring that up here? I want to hold this up for the camera, and I want to hold it up for everybody. A guy comes by at 6 o'clock, and this is the guy. Give it up for him. I don't know his name. He's a nice man. So this is the picture right here.
That guy.
So Dennis, explain to everybody, when I said this guy had this picture, and you're like, oh, is that the picture of Mayo laying me out? I think that's what you said, right? Pretty much?
Yeah, I remember that well.
So when the guy brought the picture, I'm like, I wouldn't sign that if I would sign that right around the time Robin Ventura signs, Nolan Ryan punching him in the head. And the dude says to me, no, he caught the ball. And I'm like, all right, man, Dennis, you want to sign it? Dennis is like, oh, yeah, I'll sign it. He said, well, tell everybody what you said about this picture.
I said I scored a touchdown on the next play, so I don't care.
You also said it made your neck hurt.
And we won that game.
You left out that I said he's a beast.
He's a beast. Oh, he did say that.
Yeah,
he
you
said,
left that out.
He said
You
Pitt
left
is a
that part out.
beast. I just delivered it. He delivered it for me.
Thank you.
I'm glad it turns out he's not a Patriot fan. I mean, I had some concerns about that. Speaking of former Patriot fans, my wife sent her condolences tonight. So this is where my wife is, right? So my wife is getting better in her process. She's cool. Some other off-the-field complications. But tonight, a group of people in Canton got together, and they decided to do this thing where they paint canvases, and they drink beer, and they charge money, and they give the money to the charity, to LLS. And my wife got recruited tonight to do her own event. And from the text, it sounds like she's had a few beverages and apparently has painted something, probably our cat or something like that, when I get home. So my wife is working on an art project tonight, and she's like, tell Dennis I love him and said hello. I saw him last month. And that's where you are now. That's where the relationship is. She's taking you for granted. For 3 years, I hope Dennis gets back on the field and his hips. And you know what she said? She said, yeah, screw Pettit, man. How come when he catches touchdowns? That's what she said. So that's it.
Well, she's your better half. You're much better half. I like Jen.
Outkick my coverage.
Absolutely you did.
I actually like Jen.
Yeah. I feel bad for her, but I'm kidding.
So this guy, I'll give a little off the field story here because this involves my wife and she's not here. And Luke, are you done talking football? Because you were like, we're going to make the last segment.
We're over football, Luke.
Yeah, I don't want to talk football.
No Dolphins. No, we're going to win.
I'll ask you a bunch
right?
of questions
We're going to win
tomorrow.
Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's all I need to know.
That's the plan.
So my wife gets diagnosed in March 2014. It was a year and 8 weeks after the Super Bowl or whatever. And that weekend, or soon, like within the first 10 days, I get a call from Las Vegas, and it's Flacco checking on my wife. He said, I heard your wife has leukemia. Like, what's up? And he said, yeah, I'm out here in Vegas with Pitta and Tucker and Heap. And I'm thinking, Pitta, Tucker, Heap, Flack. I'm like, there's nothing bad happening there. I mean, it's probably you were drinking milk and cookies.
It was not a wild weekend.
It's not the Hangover 4.
It was not the Hangover
No.
4. And, Joe said, we'll do whatever we can do. We're all in, whatever you need us to do. And I said, well, my wife needs a bone marrow transplant. There's this strange thing I'm learning about and about swabbing and, the bone marrow registry. And this guy came out to Bedonia Station with us. And a story, and this is a little aside, but either the Joe night or the U night, because there was a Joe swabbing night, there was a Pitta swabbing night. And as I remember, if this means anything, we swabbed more people the night you were there than Joe because you did yours first and Joe did. Not surprising, right?
No, that's not surprising.
I mean, the better-looking guy always gets more swabs anyway.
Obviously.
Right. So, but, these guys came out in the beginning when, that night my wife was Skyping from her hospital bed, bald, with Dennis, Skyping into the show during the break. So this is a good man here. I just want to make sure everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
I remember that. That was cool.
So one of those 2 nights, at the end of the year, There Goes My Hero and DKMS sends us a report. And in the first year, we had 5 matches to save lives. We swabbed about 3,000 people the first year. We had 5 swabs. One of those swabs that created a match to save a life happened at Bedonia Ale House at the time. And I don't know whether it was yours or Joe's, but I'm gonna tell you it was yours, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell Joe it was his until I find out the date, and then I'll lie to both of you continuously. But we did do that. And honestly, May 19th, because we've done so much swabbing up here in Carroll County, I feel like like we swabbed half the county the first 2 years we were up here doing stuff when my wife was in peril. But we swabbed someone May 19th at our Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh event, and I was at our golf tournament with Bruce Chris back in September, and I got a picture of the dude in a hospital bed with a PICC line in his right arm and a PICC line in his left arm, saving a life. And we swabbed him on May 19th. So what we're doing matters. It counts. It all counts. My wife's alive. This guy took a picture with Niels on the field about 3 weeks ago.
With who?
Niels, who saved my wife's life.
Oh,
my
that's
wife's
right.
donor.
Yeah.
You didn't know his name.
I don't know him by Niels, but yeah.
Yeah. You know, the tall dude.
Yeah. He's from Germany. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's cool. That's a cool story.
All right, I'm done saying nice things about you.
You want me to now say something nice about you? I don't know.
That would
not
be
prepared
impossible.
for that.
No,
I'm not
I know
ready
you're
for
not
that.
prepared for that. All right, go beat Miami this weekend. All right, thanks for coming out. I know it's tough for you, and I know you'd love to revert back to the times we got together every week and did this. But
It was fun. It was a good time. It was a good year.
once a year's
Right?
done. You're done for 16.
All right, thank you.
17's a couple weeks away. I might need you. Playoff time.
Yeah.
You know, I never know.
We'll talk about it.
Give it up for Dennis Pitta, and for everybody here, there goes my
Thanks,
hero.
guys.
And for Carl Delmont, Fremont, Chris, everybody out here at Greenmount Station. Got such great friends in Carroll County. Big thanks to Luke for making us look good
Hey,
as well.
thank you for the book.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I wrote it. I wrote to Dennis, thanks for all the purple love. There it is.
Awesome.
And I signed it in gold, and I usually sign it in purple, but I only signed it in gold for the champs. Just like your ring. Gold.
Nice.
Where's your ring, by the way? You wear it ever? It's a huge honking ring, let's be honest.
I don't ever wear it. It's
Never.
Just, it's I don't want to be boastful. It's, you come off a little cocky when you're wearing it out.
So you're not going to go like swagging it around during the locker room, like when it gets to be crunch time, and say, "Want one of these, fellas? This is what we play for around here." Hey, I mean that's pretty obvious to everybody in the building, right? I mean everybody in there. There's enough signs of rings around there. It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, there's a couple Lombardi trophies in there too that remind everybody. So I don't need to bring my ring around.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Luke Jones. We're back out here with Marshall Yonda next Wednesday night at Greenmount Station in Carroll County. Make your plans. And Chris, fire some good food up. Marshall likes to eat, so we'll have some fun with that. I'm Nestor. This is WNST.net, AM 1570, WNST Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore sports.